Happy Friday. Hope you all have had a good week. Wanted to go live today with my 5 on Friday, and hopefully something I say will help to encourage you. So anyways, it is a very cloudy, overcast, cool day here. It is not warm. You can see they're going crazy, and I need to move them quickly, as soon as possible. I'm just waiting until we can get some dirt in those planters. Get to planting. So anyways, tell me how the weather is where you guys are. How's the gardening going in your area? Hope it's warmer where you guys are and you're able to plant. I'm hoping that we can get some planting done this weekend. Hopefully we're done with the freezing. It did freeze over the weekend. It did freeze this week again, so that's not good. So anyways, let me flip you guys back around. So moving on to my mom. We went to see her on Monday, and it was a pretty good visit. I did her nails, but unfortunately she yelled at me. Not exactly sure why, but she did apologize, so she realized what she had done. But it was actually a pretty good visit overall. I'm sure, hopefully you guys saw my Mondays with Mom, and learned some new things about my Nana that I didn't know before. So that was good. But then on Wednesday I called and she was very confused. She kept telling me that she was at the movies at the Cherry Creek Mall, which is very weird. So I knew something was up. And then I didn't find her yesterday, so I thought she was okay and didn't hear anything. And then today my hospice nurse was there and said she's even more confused. So this is not good. She's probably getting some kind of infection again. So I'm just hoping we can catch it in time. But we've got a problem because with the C. diff that she just had to be very careful what antibiotics we use. So that's just going to complicate things. But anyways, we're supposed to go tomorrow for Mother's Day. They're having a Mother's Day tea, so I hope she will be okay for that. But we'll see. She was on the phone with me this morning, confused again, and telling me that she saw somebody who used to take care of me, which is weird because she took care of me. So that's odd, but let's just hope she stays pleasantly confused and not angrily confused, because that's the worst. And so we'll see how she is hopefully tomorrow. And some bad news this week. Unfortunately, my friend Rachel lost her mom. My heart breaks for her. She was very young. She had Alzheimer's for almost, I think, 6 years, and passed away unexpectedly this week. And my heart just breaks for her. I met my friend Rachel in an Alzheimer's support group 4 years ago, I believe, and that's how we became friends. So if there's any, anything good can come out of this, it was our friendship. But anyways, so if you guys are struggling, and need support, feel free. Just don't forget to reach out, that there is support out there. There's great groups through the Alzheimer's Association. You can always call their 1-800 number too if you need support. And then, and I met so many great people through that. So anyways, moving on to 3, we went to another specialist this week for Emilia, my daughter, and thankfully this one was way better. We'd gone to him for her liver problems when they originally started 2 years ago, and thankfully he remembered her, and he was not anywhere near like that other guy. He was not horrible and awful. He was actually very nice. He wasn't really a big advocate, or wasn't really big into supplements or natural treatments, unfortunately, but he wasn't completely against them like the other guy. So anyways, he wants her to go get an ultrasound and look for gallstones, and then if that doesn't work, he is suggesting colonoscopy and endoscopy again. So hopefully, hopefully we can get some answers from the ultrasound, and she doesn't have to do that, but we'll see. But it was a much better visit, and he is a much, much better person. So that was good news. And then number 4, I was not able to make a coloring video this week. I don't know if anybody noticed, but I did get a big order last week for a twin tutu set, and I'll share that actually next week. I made the tutu, but I had to get it out yesterday, so I did not have time. But anyways, I am still having issues with my postman. I had to file another complaint with USPS this week. I was going to put the packages on the porch Monday, and it was so windy here that there was no way I could leave them out. So I had them in the house. I was watching for him to show up, and I saw him, and so I opened the door and I said I had the packages because I couldn't put them out, and the man literally looked me in the eye, he turned around and he walked away, if you can believe that. It was the most craziest, horrible thing ever. I was screaming down the block, are you seriously not going to take these packages? And he would not speak to me. He drove away. So I filed another complaint. I have spoken to the post office. They are still claiming that I have to have them on the porch, that he cannot ring the doorbell and get them, which makes no sense. I did this for 10 years, over 10 years, a decade, and it is a option on their website. I did go ahead and buy a covered box. It is on order. Hopefully it'll be here soon. And I'm hoping that's going to solve the problem, but I still don't think I should have had to pay for that damn box. But I do know that I posted this on Nextdoor, and a lot of people are having problems with USPS. So if you've had any issues, or if you know anybody there or any way around this, please let me know. But it just should not be like this. And then number 5, last and not least, of course, last but not least, is prayer. We always need prayer. Today is day 217 that the hostages are still in Gaza. This is unfathomable. Rachel Goldberg-Pollen went on this morning and she said, and she's so right, that they've got to stop leaving these talks. They cannot come out of these talks until there is a solution. There has to be a solution for this, and these hostages have to be released. I mean, that is just, there's no question about that. That is what has to be done to get this horrible awfulness to stop. I know that the people in Gaza need to have a life as well, and so it's just a horrible, awful situation. So please say a prayer for them, for this to be over, that we can have a solution and those hostages can be released and go home. Also, I was watching something this morning on GMA Faith Friday, and there was a lady there that was talking about how you have to, thank God for the whispers. And keep listening. And I don't know if you guys have had this happen before, but I know I have it happen a lot, that I feel God talking to me and telling me what to do, or that something's wrong, and you have to listen and act on that. I've done that so many times myself. So that was very encouraging. So let's just keep some people in prayer, of course. Josh, my friend Josh, and his mom's, my friend Jana, Liz on Instagram, her husband was in the hospital again. He's having major problems with the pancreatic cancer, so pray he can get home. Tom from the church, he just got diagnosed with cancer, and Pat from the church as well. And then, anybody else that I'm forgetting, hopefully God knows. Or if you guys know anybody that needs prayer. Also pray, of course, for the end to this war. Pray for the end of the war in Ukraine. Pray to stop LGBTQI hate, anti-Semitism, gun violence, and pray for somebody good to be able to run this country. Another thing that happened this week that was brought up to me is somebody named Rabbi Akiva. I don't know if anybody's heard of him, but my Torah partner told me about him this week. I'd never heard of him before, and he's now come up 3 times since in other things that I've done. And so that's a whisper that I feel that I'm hearing right now. So anyways, if you've got a whisper, feel free to share it. I hope you guys can all have a good weekend. I do have a quick prayer for peace that I wanted to read. Lead me from death to life, from falsehood to truth. Lead me from despair to hope, from fear to trust. Lead me from hate to love, from war to peace. Let peace fill our hearts, our world, and our universe. Amen. So anyways, if you guys are celebrating Mother's Day this weekend, I hope you have a good one. And if you're somebody that does not have a mom right now, I see you as well. Or does not have a child, I completely see you, and my heart goes out to you, and I hope you can still do something to get through this weekend and honor your mom or your child in some way. So anyways, I hope something I said has helped, been an encouragement, and I hope y'all have a good weekend.